When she tried to lie and say he SA'd her when in fact he was passed out. And
Wow. She lied and said that he tried to assault her, SA her? What? Today we're going to be talking about the DoorDash girl. She has been arrested. A few weeks ago, she came out and said that TikTok was trying to silence her story. She ended up getting fired, but she kind of low-key just disappeared. Let's get into it.
We have a huge update on DoorDash girl. She has been arrested. DoorDash girl posted a video about how when she was delivering an order, her customer's front door was standing wide open and that he was laying on his couch in the nude, exposing himself to her. She recorded this incident and then posted the video on TikTok and eventually lost employment with DoorDash.
See, the thing is, why would she say that for TikTok? Why does everyone post their business on TikTok trying to get some type of clout? You know what I'm saying?
Newest update, she has been arrested. It says that she was arrested on November 10th, 2025, and that the incident was on October 12th, 2025. So what are her charges? Count 1 is dissemination of surveillance images, and count 2 is unlawful surveillance. So what do her charges mean? This is the first charge, dissemination of unlawful surveillance image in the first degree. What this means is that this charge is for knowingly distributing, selling, or publishing an image or video that was created through unlawful surveillance.
So could an IRL streamer technically be sued for this?
Unlawful surveillance basically means secretly recording someone in a place where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy without their knowledge or permission. This is her second charge, unlawful surveillance in the second degree. This is listed as her top charge.
Isn't this the same thing, low-key? Bro, I don't understand laws. They'll throw 5 charges on you and it'd be the exact same thing, but just worded differently.
Is for the actual act of secretly recording someone for the purpose of amusement, entertainment, profit, or for no legitimate reason in a private setting where the person expected privacy. So she's basically being charged for secretly recording someone and then distributing it by posting it online. Her next court appearance is scheduled for December 4th, 2025. So let me know your thoughts down below. We have a huge update on.
How do you guys think this is gonna, do you guys think that she's going to get charged for this? Do you think they're going to make an example out of her? Do you guys think they're gonna make an example out of her?
now you sitting in jail because you wanted to chase clout. The DoorDash girl that recorded the man butt naked in his crib while he was passed out has now been arrested and charged for the crime, which a lot of us said what was going to happen.
And the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
So what is she? So you self-incriminated yourself, and then you're getting mad at TikTok, and you're getting mad at DoorDash, and you're getting mad at all these entities. And this is when people are like, oh my God, life is so hard. Boo-hoo, boo's me, woe's me. But they're the ones that are actually doing it to themselves. They are doing it to themselves. Why would you get mad at everyone else for something that you did? At some point, you have to take accountability.
If you guys didn't already know the story, basically, she was told to drop his food off at the door. She seen his door was cracked. She opened it up, allegedly, and seen bruh passed out on his couch in the nude, then proceeded to record it and post it on social media for everyone to see. That is illegal. I knew she was cooked when she admitted to TikTok she was doing all this for the money. When she tried to lie and say he SA'd her when in fact he was passed out. And
Wow. She lied and said that he tried to sexually assault her, SA her? What?
The one who looked in his crib and took videos of him. And make sure to shame all the creators that was all on her case, swearing to God she was in the right.
See, and then the comment section and other creators knowingly know that it's wrong. They're going to gas it up because they want to get views and they want to get, oh, well, if we gas her up and then my reaction does better than hers and then I get views, I can get monetary gains off of her demise. That's crazy.
Shame them, bro. Because this is going to be like the 6th situation where y'all hopped on this internet and try to justify somebody's BS actions. We need to start shaming people, bro.
He's to DoorDash girl, the police report has been shared. And within the police report, we see Austin's point of view and what he had stated to Officer. Officer Honeywell goes to his home to get a statement. And Austin explains that he had been out drinking heavily the night before, and he had come home passed out on his couch after he had ordered DoorDash. He stated that he thought that he had fallen asleep with his shorts on and was mortified to find out that when the picture was taken, that his food was delivered, that his front door was wide open, and he was sorry. Austin was extremely apologetic. Officer Honeywell tells Austin,
I mean, I understand being extremely apologetic for that, just because it's like, damn, like I was butt naked, I was high, I was drunk last night. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I'm in the comfort of my own home, but I left the door open so I could see how a woman could be like you. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of like, what the fuck? You know, I could see that. I could see that. So I understand him being apologetic.
You know, hey, I understand this was an accident, but if it happens again, it becomes a pattern of behavior, you will face charges. Austin says that he understands this and he moves on from the situation. Now, it could have stopped there, right? It could have stopped there. Olivia Henderson herself goes to police and she makes this claim. She tells them what happened. She tells them the date of the incident and shows them the video. And then they show up to his house and they get a statement from him. And they come back and tell Olivia, hey, we understand how you're feeling right now. Here are some resources, but this is what he said and we can't pursue charges at this time. That's not what we see with Olivia Henderson. What we see with Olivia Henderson is she comes online and she screams at everyone that she's a victim. She spreads a false narrative about DoorDash, how they won't let her have her money and they had fired her, without telling us that the reason that they had fired her is the fact that she had shared illicit and nude photos of a man unconsensually on.
But I don't understand when people do things like this, they always omit reasons that they always omit their wrongdoings. They always admit their wrongdoings and they always just conveniently leave out what they did wrong. Whenever someone would, like a homie in the past or whatever, or a chick would talk to me about the problems about someone else, I'll be like, oh, okay. So what did you do? Because I know that like you're not crazy or anything like that. So I don't think you would be like attracted to craziness. So what did you kind of do to make this person act like that? Because for whatever reason, accountability, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Bro, people don't hold themselves accountable.
Online to an app that is geared toward children. Over the next 2 weeks after the situation arises, people are called DoorDash bots. People are told that they're insensitive and they are incomprehensible.
Worse, that we know we call that virtue signaling. We call that virtue signaling. Everyone virtue signals. Everyone is a freedom fighter nowadays. Everyone is like, oh no, we have to believe the person. You know what I'm saying? We have to believe them. We have to believe them. We have to believe them. And they're always in the wrong.
Situation that they are rape apologists, that it's just a wildfire.
Wow, apologists?
About the situation. Creators come out of the woodwork and they're talking about their own experiences. They're sharing how she is a victim. They're sharing how she isn't a victim. And then there's people like me that were breaking down the speculation that was left in my comment section. And also someone who had a different feeling than everyone else initially. I didn't feel as if Olivia was a victim at the time when I had seen these videos. Obviously, she had done something wrong, right? She had posted a video of a man unconsensually online. That in and of itself can be considered revenge porn, which is also another felony. I was also upset and triggered at the fact that
so how come she didn't get that charge too?
She had just seen something when there are other people that have been SA'd and R'd who have felt it. You could have shock, you could have humiliation, you can feel all kinds of ways when you see something that's a little jarring, right?
Of course.
But to sit and say that you're an SA victim over scanning into a house and there's someone in the privacy of their...
She ruins it for the woman that are actually going through that. You know what I'm saying? She ruined it because now it's like the boy who cried wolf or the girl who cried wolf. You know, now when this happens again, people are going to be like, I don't know. We remember DoorDash girl. This is the exact same thing. And that person can actually be a victim.
Own home nude is a far-fetched statement in my own opinion. And we don't have to agree. I have since taken that video down because I was very, very upset and I was extremely, extremely triggered. And I apologized later on because I did feel bad for other victims.
Did you guys hear that?
Because I did.
It's not just black people. Yes! It's not just us. Girl, change the batteries in your smoke detector.
Feel bad for other victims who may or may not have had explicit, horrific SA happen to them, who felt like they were kind of left out of the conversation, like they weren't allowed to talk about their experience because of their own situations and their own things that had happened to them. So I felt very conflicted at the time because I was like, okay, I can see how they're both victims. I can see how she's a victim, and I can definitely see how he's a victim. And there wasn't really much of a gray area that was being allowed societally or online in the speculation or in comment sections or with other people. It was black and white. It was no gray area at all. You weren't allowed to have a gray area. You had to have moral superiority, or you had to be just a piece of shit. So I redact.
Yeah, there's no more nuance. There's no more gray. And I've been told in the past that I kind of think like that too. It's either black or white. You know what I'm saying? It's either right or wrong, but you could still be right in your own perspective, but still be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or I could see how someone came to this conclusion they're wrong, but I could see the logic behind it, you know, and that's something that I've also been struggling with, and I've gotten better at throughout my life.
Statements, I apologize, and the main part of my apology was the way that she would have had to happen upon the home in order for her to see it, which was she had to be right on top of the door, and I explained this in pictures. And as we know, several other prominent creators came online and they followed all the information that she gave, and they put it online as to where the house was and what had happened, and who the person supposedly, speculatively, and allegedly was. So with the information that I was given, without doxing the person, without sharing the address, without sharing any of the information, went online and I Googled everything that she could have possibly and had happened to her that night, from the way that she had walked, the way that she had entered the property, exited the property, and what the surrounding areas. What I found was that she wouldn't have known about this situation or had any kind of foreboding warning that there was anything going on that she didn't want to see unless she was right on top of the door. And that's where I kind of left. And I did apologize to her personally in that video because there were things that I was learning about at the time that didn't conclude to the situation, such as salacious voyeurism and things like that that I had no idea about. In short, Olivia Henderson is facing charges. They're Class C felonies. She committed a crime, clearly committed a crime.
But she was on the side of the SA girl, a DoorDash girl. She was on the side, and now at least, okay, see, listen now. She admitted that she was wrong. She admitted that, hey, at first I was like, she did something wrong, but then she doubled back and was like, actually, no, I think I feel bad for her because of her own past actions. Now she's going, oh, wow, she actually was in the wrong, you know, because she's getting charged. At least she came on this internet and said, my bad, my apologies, I was wrong. And then she took her video down. So I applaud her. I applaud her for taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? I applaud her for saying, my bad, oops. A lot of people can learn from this woman.
And she's in jail. I imagine that this isn't the last that we'll hear from Olivia Henderson, and this isn't the last that we'll hear about the DoorDash girl case. But don't forget, if you like content like this, to go ahead and click all these buttons. Make sure you drop your comment down below.
Facts.
How do you feel about the DoorDash girl arrest? I hope you have a beautiful day. Please stay blessed, stay happy, stay safe, and stay full.
Thank you. Appreciate you. How do you guys feel about that? To be honest, if I was her, I would have said, ew, that's fucking disgusting. Ew, that's gross. I'm gonna drop the food down and tell my homegirls about it and leave it at that. I wouldn't have recorded and then put it on the internet and then said, I am a victim. Everyone wants to be a white. Let's talk about it. What does everyone want to be a victim now? Everyone wants to be a victim. Everyone is victimized. It's like oppression Olympics. You know what I'm saying? These people are oppressed, so I need to be oppressed too. You know what I'm saying? And people will make up phobias. People will make up will make up anything under the sun to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? We living in prime victimhood. Everyone is a victim for something. Everyone is looking to be done wrong. Why is everyone so negative nowadays? I blame you, TikTok. But if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Peace.